Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey, author, speaker, and founder of the Growth Center. Everyone has a dream. They have a purpose that they want to fulfill in life. Our purpose at the Growth Center is to help you fulfill yours. One way of doing that is through these video casts. So let me encourage you. Just below here, you're going to find a subscribe button. Click on that button so that you don't miss a single video cast. Now, let's go on to today's video cast. Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you to the video cast. We've been talking about how to gain and be consistent in a successful life. And again, let me clarify the word success. I'm not talking about money, power, or position. I am talking about being successful, being fulfilled as a human being, completing your purpose in life, and having control over your behaviors and your thoughts. And that's where we talked about self-discipline. We've talked about self-reliance. I want to talk real quick today about decision making, because decision making is very, very important. There are two kinds of people. One kind of people makes good decisions real fast and just, you got something you got to do, they'll make a decision. Other people are not so quick to make decisions. They want to take time and they want to get the information, and they will make a decision a long, thoughtful process if they make a decision at all. Let me tell you what research has shown. The best decision makers tend to make decisions quickly and change them slowly, while bad decision makers tend to make decisions slowly and change them quickly. You see, a lot of people think that to make a good decision, they got to weigh all of the aspects of whatever they're making the decision on. They got to get in more information. They have to have time to think about it, look at the pros, look at the cons, all of those things that go into trying to make a good decision. And then when they finally make a decision, it never fails. A bit of information they didn't know before will come up, and they'll say, well, got to change that decision, got to make it something different. And so they're very quick to change the decision, but very slow to arrive at it. The problem is that when you do that, you tend to not use the best judgment, because you're always looking. You see, it's just human nature in our brain. When we spend a lot of time thinking over something, what we're actually doing is trying to convince ourselves against it, not looking at it and saying, what are all the pluses? What can we do for this? That's why people who are slow decision makers are also non-risk takers. They don't like taking a risk. They want to know for sure. They want to know that this is the way that it's going to be. But you see, no discovery, no advancement has ever been made without risk-taking. Every time you walk out of the house, you're taking a risk. And there are people who just will not walk out of the house because they don't want to take those risks. Good decision-making, on the other hand, relies on our wisdom, our judgment, what we understand to be right there in front of us. It also moves with our emotions. And yes, out of all the things, the thing you want to trust least is your emotions, because those are so easily changed. But they do play a factor in it. When we have a decision to make, to be able to look at it and their first response and say, yes, I'm going to do this, or no, this is not going to be to my advancement. That saves a great deal of time, for one, but it also saves us the inconvenience of overthinking things and going beyond what is necessary to make that good decision. Good decision makers are risk takers. They're willing to take a chance. They're willing to say, yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but let's do it because it's a good decision to do it, and we'll adjust it on the way. See, that's the other thing with decision making. We think that once we make a decision, it is written in stone, there it is, this is how we're going to go. And that's not how decisions work. A decision is, I'm going to do a particular thing, not how am I going to do a particular thing. Slow decision makers want to know the how. They want to know, how am I going to do this? And you don't know all the hows that are there because you don't know what's happening around the corner. You got to step out before you're going to figure those things out. Good decision makers are more interested in, why am I doing this? You see, if you have a strong enough why, and we'll talk more about this later on, but if you have a strong enough why, how always follows. Always. Never fails. The decision has to be based on, why am I doing this? What is the advantage? What am I going for? What is the thing that I need to hold on to in order to make these things happen? Those are whys. The why is, why am I doing this? And if you have a good why, then the how is always going to follow, because you take it step by step. You know, when you're going to go off and make a discovery, you get in the ship and you push away from shore. You have no idea what's at the other end. You have no idea what you're going to come across on the journey. You never do. That's what makes exploring so exciting, is because you have no idea of what's ahead of you, but you have a why. You want to discover something. You have a purpose, you have a destination, you have something that you're going for. And then you figure out the how you're going to get there as you move along. And that's where decisions come in. Decisions are that journey. That it's the beginning of that journey. It's pushing away from shore. It's saying, okay, let's go for this. Let me encourage you. Do you have a great decision? Matter of fact, do this as an exercise. I don't care what the decision is, what color of socks you're going to wear or where you're going for dinner. Next time you're faced with a decision, just make it. Just do it. Make a quick decision. And you know what I said about going to dinner? Going to dinner is a great one. What's the most common response of, where do you want to go? I don't know. Where do you want to go? Take control. Next time you're asked that, make it, know what it is that you want to do. Give an answer. Say, we're going to go here. And by doing that, you start strengthening, in a sense, those muscles of decision making. Make decisions. Make them quickly and do not change them unless you have a good reason to. But you make the decision quickly. Don't evaluate it forever. Push away from shore. And of course, be your best. Love God, have good manners, discover the unknown, and change your world. We at the Growth Center are committed to helping you achieve your dreams and live a successful life. For more information on books and materials offered, visit our website at www.johnpatrickhickey.com. That's www.johnpatrickhickey.com.